Howdy! So it's been a while since I did a video. Got the Doctor Who in. I guess I will just talk shop and give everyone an update on everything and do some work because otherwise I won't get a video out today because we have a lot of this Doctor Who to ship off. So apologies again for the lack of videos. I just went through a little bit of a creator burnout. This is what I do. I usually do a lot of stuff in a row and then wait till it burns me out, and then I have to just take some time off. Otherwise I can't even look at YouTube or look at the videos. But I'll try to get more consistent with this, as everyone seems to be enjoying kind of the behind the scenes here at the store and me just talking shop. One of the last things too, I made a really negative video and was going to publish it and then watch the footage, and man, it was just kind of over the top. I do want to still discuss that topic. Wizard of the Coast is having stores be their mules again. They're coming out with an event called the Harvest Tide Festival, which is just another slap in the face to its stores because it's another thing that Wizard of the Coast is not even really trying with. And that's, maybe I will still publish that video because it was pretty heated, because it just showed my emotions of like what this company could be if it actually gave like two craps about actually like running events properly and actually spending some time and money into properly like hyping it up and advertising it and marketing it. Because this Harvest-Tide event actually doesn't seem like it's a terrible idea. And I'm going to do a whole nother video on this, so I'm not going to go too much in detail of the Harvest-Tide video or Harvest-Tide Festival. But basically, it's very easy to see what Wizard of the Coast is trying to accomplish. They're trying to basically get stores to move dead product. So they have too much Crimson Vow, too much Midnight Hunt still left at the distribution level as well as the warehouse level, and they're trying to get rid of it. So, and I don't think that's bad. I think this is better than an Amazon dump for sure. I think that they could do it better though, because it just seems like they're half-assing everything. They're not really trying. It's a kind of a vague post on how to run the event. There's not a lot of marketing that's associated with it. The only incentive that they're giving to stores is one collector booster of Crimson Vow booster box, which market price of that right now is still in the 120s. It's very, very dismal. And I was doing the math with it, and even with the discounted prices that they're selling at the distribution level, mind you, a couple distributors are only giving 5% off, which is just laughable when they're already more expensive than normal distribution price. And the good distributors, it's going to be around like 72 bucks a box. So it is a little more incentivized to be able to purchase this product, but it's still laughable based on what the TC market price and the eBay market price of these boxes are going for. So Wizard of the Coast could do a lot better. That's kind of my whole point, why I'm so passionate about talking about Magic the Gathering in kind of a negative light, or Wizards of the Coast, is I do believe that it's redeemable. I do believe that the game is a great game and could go places. They could have this amazing community as far as organized events. They should utilize their streamers. They should utilize the celebrities they have on payroll at their like community ambassadors. That they literally have a bunch of streamers and a bunch of celebrities that they pay to create content. So why isn't this Harvest-Tide event something that is going to be fully showcased on something like Loading Ready Run, or on like the the Tellurian Community Colleges? Or why isn't Wizard of the Coast sponsoring a big event around this Harvest-Tide Festival? If they want to move dead product like the Innistrad and the Crimson Vow, then do it properly. Do it with a big hoorah. Do it with this a lot like reasons to get people out to their game stores to actually run these events. The problem is the way that they've actually structured this is very vague on how to run this event. The price support is dismal. They actually want us to give out more price support than they are actually offering us to do this event. And again, it's very, very vague on how to run it. It's going to be two-headed giant with like 4 packs and a collector's booster to share between. It's just a mess with how it's supposed to run. And there's just, distributors don't know what's going on. Stores don't know what's going on. And this event is supposed to happen next week. So it's just sad with Wizard of the Coast that these things could be really fun. Think if they put out a YouTube trailer for this type of event. Think if they spent some money on having an artist do like a little short on the Harvest-Tide Festival. Like I'm thinking of other videos like our games like League of Legends or Dota. Whenever they do their big events for promoting stuff, they always have some sort of like event around or video surrounding it. Like Dota has the compendiums, and it has a lot of like build up to these events when they do something special like this. And there should be promos for this event. There should be a lot of stuff. And this is just what makes me so frustrated with Wizard of the Coast, is they just don't seem to really give the effort or the care, attention to these sort of things. It seems like some intern came up with this event, and somewhere in the suits were like, we have way too much industry. Oh, we have Halloween coming up. Oh, wouldn't it be awesome to do an event that we can actually move a lot of product for Crimson Vow and Innistrad Midnight Hunt by doing a Halloween event and offer some cheaper prices to stores to help us move this stuff. And then it's like, yeah, that would be cool. Okay, Dale, you're our intern. Throw up a 10-minute post on our WPN network on this event and don't even think it through. Just like, what would be Twitter Giant seems fun. Yeah, how about 4-packs? Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think they've tested this event. I don't think they've done anything with it. Like that is like the mentality I think that goes on at Wizards of the Coast. It's like this really half-assed gesture of doing things. And it doesn't need to be this way. And that goes back to my Pro Tour experience. I've talked about this on this channel before, how I was heartbroken when I made the Pro Tour because I really thought the Pro Tour was going to be a lot more exciting than it was. It was a snooze fest. It basically is what you imagine like a long, grindy 2 days of playing Magic with no support by Wizards of the Coast, no like build up. Like literally, I joked that I went to Pro Tour and all I got was a crappy T-shirt. Like we showed up on the day before day one. You had to go register. It was supposed to be like a meet and greet where you're supposed to like literally everyone was just filling out paperwork, got a T-shirt, registered your deck list, and everyone left. And it was a ghost house in at the event for the kind of the pre-day. Day number one, everyone was playing for over, like, it's ended up being like a 10-12 hour event. And so everyone was burnt out. And again, nothing happened. No after parties, no things like that. It was so cliquey. Like everyone had their little groups that they were used to being around. So me as an outsider didn't really have a lot of people I knew. It was like, what I do after that? Okay, I guess we just go and explore the city. And day two, same thing. Then when people were eliminated day two, they just started leaving. And there was less and less competitors. And it was sad on day three for the top 8 that it was a ghost town. There was barely any people left at the vicinity. And again, nothing going on at the event, no big hoorah. These things they should have crowds for these type of stuff. And it's just like Wizards of the Coast, it just blows my mind. Like compare it to any other game. And there's a lot more effort putting into, and it didn't used to be this way. Grand Prix used to have a lot of build up towards it. So I will be attending an event called Magic Summit here in a few weeks up in Salt Lake City. I guess in a week and a half. Geez, I need to get prepared for this. And it's sad that an independent company, from what I've heard, this is a really cool event. So I'll give you my overall opinion on how they run it. And definitely, if you are in the area, come attend and come say hi, because they invited me as a special guest, but I'm like, tell them like, I'm not that popular anymore. I'm not what I used to be. I don't have the reach. I don't have the ability to just be like, hey guys, come and hang out with me at the. So I think I'm gonna be kind of lonely there with again, a bunch of people that are still more entrenched in this Magic community, will have friends and know people. It's been forever since I went to a Grand Prix. And the main reason, or any other Magic event, and I used to go to them quite often because I live very close to Las Vegas. And the reason why I quit is they're just snooze fests. There's nothing going on there. It's good to meet a few people. But after that, there's just really no incentive to stick around and do stuff. It's just an event playing Magic, which again, for some people, if you haven't been to them before, it's exciting. But once you've been to 1, 2, 3 Grand Prix, there's no reason to go back to them when Wizards of the Coast is not going to put the effort into making them an actual convention type feel. And so I just got basically heartbroken and sad, and it just seemed like a big waste of time to go to these events because there just wasn't really enough to incentivize me to go. So I'll give you my opinions on the Magic Summit when I attend. It is, Salt Lake City still is home to me. I lived there for 10 years. And so it'll be good to be back in Salt Lake. It's been forever since I've been up that way. But yeah, it should be fun. And if you are in the area, I definitely say come check it out at the Magic Summit and come hang out with me. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I don't even know where I'm going this. So yeah, I was going to work and I'm not even doing anything here. So apologies if there's going to be a lot of noises with this mic clicking around. So we have the Doctor Who. So this looks like it's all Commander decks. So these are all going to get stacked up. So this actually was low supply for these Commander decks, as well as the, these are impossible to get out, as well as the collectors were very shorted. So unfortunately, I had to cut patrons on a lot of collectors boosters. However, the people that did put in and did get collectors, you are making out like bandits because these suckers are going for pretty good on the TCG players. Now, I don't have any faith in Wizards of the Coast just printing these in the ground. I don't think they did this like on purpose. That I can't even get these boxes out there so tightly in here. I think I'm gonna have to cut the box. Yeah, geez, these are jam-packed in here. I'm gonna have to use some muscle to get those suckers out. But the Doctor Who, I think they were just being conservative on it because I don't think they wanted to overprint it just in case the IP just wasn't as strong as something like a Warhammer or like a Lord of the Rings. I think they knew those were going to be bangers, and so they printed those at higher print runs. Wizards of the Coast and Pokemon need to tighten up their print runs. There's no if, buts, ands, or ors about it. The writing's on the wall, both of them. Like Pokemon is the one that frustrates me even more. That they have, something insanely hot going on as far as their marketing is concerned, but they continue to really leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth, which is the overprinting. Crown Zenith got a massive reprint, by the way. So now Crown Zenith is about the most toxic product ever, just because there's just so much out there. And what I've heard from Pokemon fans is Crown Zenith is actually a really good product. I don't know much about Pokemon other than I played Pokemon Online for a bit there for like a month straight and got kind of bored of it and moved on. And then the events here in Richfield, like we had a good group of like 20 people playing, and they all kind of like fell off the face of the earth. It's how it happens in these small towns. It comes and goes with like the players and how strong. We're still strong, incredibly strong on Commander nights, but it's really rough for other games like Lorcana and Pokemon to actually get things going. So hopefully I'm not off camera too much. Hopefully you can still hear me. These boxes are so tight in here. I can't even like dump them out. I can't even. Yeah, these are. Gosh, I don't want to ruin the boxes. These distributors just pack these suckers full. So the collector boosters are in here somewhere. And hopefully I can fish one out and kind of show you I'll show you a commander deck here. And again, I apologize if I'm off camera here. We decided to, we have customers in, so Zach can't tape it. And I just thought I would get some work done while unboxing this. This was a pretty good haul for commander decks, at least. I think if you put in for commander decks, you did get them. And these are actually going for quite good on TCG Player and eBay too. So it is nice for once to have a product to not be completely worthless after week number 1. But again, I would not sit on these. I think that if you are going to sell them, I would sell into the hype of the low print run of them for right now, because this is a typical IP that Wizards of the Coast has purchased, and I don't foresee them to miss out on an opportunity to make some money on this product. So, I mean, this is very similar to Warhammer. You remember Warhammer was a very, very low print run at first, and now you can still get Warhammer decks for cheaper than you could upon release, because Wizards of the Coast continues to trickle them out, continues to print them or release them. I don't know exactly what they're doing with these, if they are warehousing these somewhere and then slowly releasing them into the market, which is what I've been hearing is what Wizards of the Coast is doing, which is a better strategy than dumping it all at once. I didn't really talk about some major issues. Those are impossible to get out, Zach. You have to use... What? How'd you get that one out? Is that a different box? That is a different box. Those ones are tight in there. But what was I talking about here? Warhammer. There's still a lot of shenanigans going on with Wizards of the Coast with like the overprinting. Lord of the Rings. There's still like supply coming from who God knows where. That keeps making it into the distribution line, and that's another product. Like Lord of the Rings is lower than ever now for a lot of the stuff. So like the bundles and the collector's boosters keep dropping, and of course that is because the scene boosters now have serialized cards and things that people are going to be chasing. And there's a lot of like the same prints. There are new cards, but there are a lot of the same. So that's going to devalue the price of that, and it's just a mess. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Amazon dumps that I didn't cover. That I know like Rudy covered and a few other people covered. Rumor on the street is that was a mispricing for the $135 for the Ravnica draft boosters. I don't think so. I think it's Wizards of the Coast excuse with stuff. They keep walking things back, saying, "Oh, we don't control Amazon. We do control Amazon. We don't sell on Amazon. We do sell on Amazon," because they made like a little apology that pricing was wrong. But if you sell on Amazon, you do what's called price surrendering if you're a company that allows Amazon to sell. So Amazon, in my opinion, how it works is they basically reach out to Wizards of the Coast and say, we want X amount of this product because we think we're going to be able to sell X amount of it. And then Wizards of the Coast negotiates a price with them, and then they decide what they're going to sell it as. And Amazon is notorious of doing this with what we call loss leaders, of selling product at a pre-order, knowing that people are going to add on other stuffs at higher value. So they're okay just selling at cost for these products. So what we're assuming is Amazon gets the same deals as distributors, or even slightly better than distributors, because we figured out the distributor markups between 8 to 12% is all their markup is. And then they tack on a little bit of fees. They make a little bit of here and there, but they're about, mass shipping stuff, and that's where they make their profit margins on those Slim Sims margins. And so if I'm getting Ravnica boxes at 150, that means distributors are getting around 135. And so Amazon literally dumped the Ravnica remastered draft boosters on the pre-order market. I mean, they're not even up. Prices aren't even up on most distributors. There's one that has them up, and that's where I'm getting my price from. And it's just it's insanity that they dumped it that cheap of a price, and it just shows you exactly how much Amazon is getting them for and what they're willing to actually let them go for. So apparently that has been fixed now, that the prices increased back up to 200s. But again, I don't think it was an accident. I think this is exactly how Wizard of the Coast does this. Told you they were in there tight.
Doesn't Amazon use an AI just automatically change its price?
Well, I don't know an AI. I mean, they like tons of companies do, based upon like if X amount sells, they increase it. If it's not selling it, they decrease it until it does sell. They use lots of technology like that for sure. But no, I mean, something like this is managed. Something that is, this high quantities is managed by an actual Amazon employee somewhere. That's their entire job, is to do Wizard of the Coast.
I think Amazon just fulfills it. Wizards just sends them pallets. Amazon ships it.
No. Well, how it works with Amazon is they over the years they noticed that an X amount of a product was selling, like through secondary sellers. Or how Amazon also works is they do kind of what TCG Player does, where if you are a seller, you can, instead of selling to 20 customers, Amazon sells on your behalf and you reimburse them the product. It's the exact same thing as TCG Player, the TCG Player Direct works. And then it came to a point with Magic the Gathering that they were like, hey, we're selling plenty, that we can do this Prime, that we can actually start a Amazon Direct, do it Prime, because we have plenty of product to justify it. And so that's when they kind of entered the marketplace and made that deal with Wizards. And that's when Wizards had to get rid of their MSRP, because they knew that it was going to be, if they had an MSRP, then it was going to be constantly crushed by Amazon. And so they had to, one of their negotiating deals with Amazon is they had to get rid of MSRP. And so that was the first big mistake for, this is what happens when brands decide to go on the Amazon route. Yes, you get this vast ocean of potential customers. However, you devalue your brand at the same time. If you thought your product was worth X amount, in this case, when you had MSRP at $144 a box for a draft booster, you no longer can uphold that. And so like that's my biggest frustration with Wizard of the Coast, is I wish they would sell direct to consumers. I wish they'd have a website where you could actually buy directly from Wizard of the Coast, that they would ship it, warehouse it, everything, and they'd have it for that $144. And maybe they can do some 10%, 50% off sales every now and again, blah, 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 because I'm okay with those type of margins. But what that would do, it would give us a comparison as stores to say, hey, this is what Wizard of the Coast is selling it for. And again, the whole point to the manufacturer selling it is not for them to make sales. It's for them to set the bar for what their product is worth. They are pricing it of what they think it should be. That's why it's called a manufactured suggested retail price. When you get rid of that, it goes out the door, and then everyone has to start guessing. And then you have strategic partners like us, like stores, that continue to get just completely crushed because we can't compete with the operations and the reach of something like Amazon. And so it needs to come to a point where they need to make that, okay, is it worth it to actually have stores or not have stores? What type of game do we want? And that's been my entire argument here, is trying to justify the local game store model is necessary. And that was what led to a vibrant culture. So again, going back to rounding this video up with the whole events and stuff like that, is Wizards has just lost the plot. Where it used to be these fun Grand Prix, where there used to be a lot of build up towards pre-releases, where there used to be this desire to have this community run game where, there will be a straight path to a pro tour, that store events matter, that regionals, nationals, worlds, things like that. There was this clear, concise path of what Wizards of the Coast wanted to do. And they've never been good at it. I'll even admit, clear back during the 2014 era, they mismanaged it like crazy too. But they were still kind of a growing company at that point. Now, when they are mainstream, they are basically, everyone knows about Magic the Gathering. It hit mainstream. It hit the masses. that they could do this so much better. And it's just the biggest missed opportunity by a company as large as them. So again, hopefully they can get their crap together. Again, one of the reasons why I'm so vocal is I do believe in this game. I do believe that it is redeemable at this point. I haven't lost all hope in Magic the Gathering. However, they continue to make poor decision after poor decision after poor decision. But Doctor Who, though, again, if going back to this, let's actually crack one of these open and see what we.
It's just the decks, right?
Shh, okay, fine.
Oh, so you can crack it
Negative,
open.
Nancy.
Negative. I'm sorry, Wizards. You gave me an ulcer though.
Wizards gave Zach an ulcer apparently. So what is it? Whoa, okay, the boxing of these are kind of. Okay, they're back to these ones. Okay, they're like, I don't know if people can see.
Card this time?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yep. So you got the card. It's not back to the old drain version of this, but I don't know. This is kind of wonky though. I don't really like it.
Play Doctor Who.
I know.
Sorry, it's not Magic. And then there's going to be Fallout. We're going to have Jurassic Park.
I almost wish they would have this as its own, like Universes Beyond be its own game, and it didn't have this like mix.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know like even Tony Quick College has talked about that it's just like I don't want to be playing, Jim from The Office versus, My Little Ponies.
Yep.
It's just it just gets kind of dumb at that
What
point.
happened
But
to the days of like Earthbound? Just counter spell.
that's probably where the collectors are. Anyway, we got a lot of shipping to do. I thought I'd just give it a good video and update everyone. We'll get back to doing the videos. Zach will smirk. Yeah, right, Kevin. I go through this. Just bear with me where I go through these big spurts of creativity, and then I get burnt out, and then I can't even look at cameras and stuff. But got a lot of things planned. I need to start preparing for that Magic Summit. And again, if you're up in Salt Lake, love to see you. Have fun.
Are you done?
Yeah.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.